guys, this is Foxy. I'm super excited to announce that in honor of Black History Month, I will insert a short clip at the end of each video called Who Am I? This series includes facts and trivia to test your knowledge of influential people, historical places, and important milestones. As we celebrate Black History Month, let's remember that Black history is American history. So I hope we can use this opportunity to come together, learn, grow, and celebrate. Don't forget, the clip is at the end, and these videos will be for February only. I hope you will enjoy.
Hello everyone, this is Foxy Brown, and you have entered the legendary house of Shay. If this is your first time to my channel, I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I'd like to also ask you to kindly like, comment, and subscribe. If you are one of my legendary children or one of my budgeting besties or someone who's just been around for 2 or 3 times, I'd like to say welcome home. Okay, guys, first of all, I'd just like to say if you hear noise in the background, it's the snow plow. We had like 2 feet of snow where I live, so please, if that noise bothers you, I'm really sorry, but there's nothing I could do, and I tried to wait, but they are really working hard to get the snow moved, so they're going to be out here for a minute. Okay, so guys, today's video is going to be ending my January budget. I know I don't normally do this. I think I may have only done this once, but I was thinking earlier in the month that this is something I should do. And because you see me writing these things down, these numbers down, and you know, they don't really mean anything to you. They mean something to me. Most of the time, I think I focus on the sinking funds and the challenges. So I'm just going to show you, I was thinking maybe this month I'll show you, how close out. And then since it's actually the beginning of February, I will go through and I'm going to have you come with me virtually as I pay my bills. Okay. So I'm going to, go ahead. This was my monthly layout for January, and this is how I usually do my budget for the month, for the layout. I'm sorry, for the planner. I put my stickers down, and then I put the major bills here. On this side I have the major bills, and then I have my subscriptions, and I went back down the shopping network rabbit hole this month, or one of them was last month. So I'm back to that, but I don't mind doing these because there's no interest, and I can pay them off quickly, or sometimes I pay them off early. But like I said, you see that all of these bills are paid, but I'm going to show you, I took screenshots and everything, so I'm going to show you that they are paid. And like I said, next month I will take you along when I do them. I don't do them all at one time. Some are automatic withdrawals, and some are I actually go to pay myself. So what I'm going to do as I go to each bill, I think I should try to zoom in a bit, and then I will show you the confirmation that this bill is paid. Okay, and I'm going to also use, this is the first time I'm using these Erin Condren little stickers to mark that they're paid. So when I go back, I can look at it. Let me get some water. And I'm going to speed this process up probably, or I'm just going to, I don't know what I'm going to do because I haven't done this before. So maybe I'll just go ahead, because sometimes it takes a while to get these stickers off. And this is the first time I've ever used these. So am I even on the right side? I should have probably done that first. So I'm going to go over here. Okay, so here are the bills all laid out. Okay, here, I think this is I don't know if everything is going to fit like this. I wish there was a, I think that is just fitting. Okay, so, as you can see, I did hit paid. I just did paid there. So since I'm doing it with you guys, I'll just go ahead and put the screenshot probably now. So paid, 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 paid. Okay, so these, like I said, these are my main bills here, which pretty much they stay the same every month. And these are my subscriptions, which are monthly, so they're not really fixed because I don't have to have them. And then once again, I've gone into the home shopping network just to get some things that I wanted without using my credit card. But here I did, I do use my credit cards. This month I used Capital One, and the amount that I used was $375, so I paid that so that I pay the bill in full. And my Sephora card, I went and got some stuff from there. So the total bills for the month was $4,540. Those were all paid. Next month, it'll be a little different because I have a car note and I did not have to pay the car because I have a new car that I got in December. So I didn't have a car note in January. So February is the beginning of when I have to pay that. So I had a little extra money this month, but so the bills will go up a little, about $500 so dollars, 600 something for next month, okay? Because my note is $560, but I have pledged to do an extra $100 towards the principal every month, at least, for right now. And then when I can, double up or pay more, I'll do that. Okay, so those are my bills for the month and they are all done. So I feel like we had a very productive month. Again, all of our bills total $45.40. They were all paid. And then we saved. We saved $3,246. Now, as far as staying on budget, I did not stay on budget. I did, I got these things, which I really, and I also, I spent the cards a little more than I normally, usually the Sephora card, I spend it every now and then. But as I told you before, I do use credit cards, but then I pay it all off. But I also went overboard with like the sushi and things like that. Some of the things that I didn't actually put in here, but I did spend out of money that was left over in the checking account. So I pledged to do better. I'm just happy that all of the major bills are paid. All of my bills are paid. So going off, I'm going to try to be more mindful this month of eating out, spending. Now, right now, we're in the middle of this snowstorm. So really, to tell you the truth, there's nowhere to go. And I don't know if anybody's even going to deliver anything. I did stock up on a lot of stuff. So even for February, for the first week, I'm not even going to really budget a lot for groceries because we have a lot of groceries, so that's cool. So anyway, guys, that is the deal. January, I feel like we did well. We could have done better, but we are blessed to be able to say that bills are paid and we met all of our challenges, our challenge goals for the money challenges. You know, they were a little light now. They're not, you know, later on in the years when they get more aggressive as far as the amount of money that we have to pull out and budget for. So that's when I have to really do better with these type things, and then the ones that I don't that I don't write down. But this system does work for me. I mean, everyone is different. Some people prefer to, you know, to not use the cash. They use cashless. That doesn't really work for me. You know, this just really works. Even if I do go over budget, it's not a lot. It's less than it would be if I were swiping the card. And I think what I'm going to do maybe this month to try is to maybe not bring the cards with me when I go out, and just bring the, you know, not to do that, just do the, you know, bring my cash envelopes and not bring, you know, bring the cards. Maybe I don't know if that'll help. Maybe that'll help me out. So is that what you guys do? What do you do? I mean, what do you know, I'm going to have some no spends. You know, I didn't do too well with any no spend. I wasn't on a no spend. So maybe February's not going to be a no spend because, and another thing that I did, I went to Bed Bath & Beyond. I was going to do a haul for you guys. I got 2 bags of stuff. See? I didn't put that down here because this I feel like is part of February. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I couldn't resist. So, you know, what are you going to do? I did use some cash for that from my personal fund because I do want to do some self-care things. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Please make sure you listen to the rest of the video because I'm going to do a Black History Month event after this video. So, and I hope you will enjoy it. And as we are going into the month of February. So I did do my February budget already. You want to see that's a little sneak peek of her. See, I have everything ready. I'm just going to, I didn't put that number down, but I mean, I'm kind of ready. Okay. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. And I will see you guys in the next video. Okay. Thanks a lot. Peace and blessings.
Between 1961 and 1964, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, led a voting registration campaign in Selma, Alabama, a small town with a record of consistent resistance to black voting. When SNCC's efforts were frustrated by stiff resistance from the county law enforcement officials, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, were persuaded by local activists to make Selma's hostility to black voting a national concern. SCLC also hoped to use the momentum of the 1964 Civil Rights Act to win federal protection for a voting rights statute. During January and February 1965, King and SCLC led a series of demonstrations to the Dallas County Courthouse. On February 18th, protester Jimmy Lee Jackson was shot by an Alabama state trooper and died 8 days later. In response, a protest march from Selma to Montgomery was scheduled for March 7th. What event am I? 600 marchers assembled in Selma on Sunday, March 7th, and led by John Lewis and other SNCC and SCLC activists, crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge over the Alabama River en route to Montgomery. Just short of the bridge, they found their way blocked by Alabama state troopers and local police who ordered them to turn around. When the protesters refused, the officers shot tear gas and waded into the crowd, beating the non-violent protesters with billy clubs and ultimately hospitalizing over 50 people. Which event am I? Did you say Selma? Well, that was pretty obvious because that was all over the presentation, but there's actually a little bit more to the story. I am Bloody Sunday. On Bloody Sunday, March 7, 1965, some 600 civil rights marchers headed east out of Selma on U.S. Route 80. They got only as far as the Edmund Pettus Bridge, 6 blocks away, where state and local lawmen attacked them with billy clubs and tear gas and drove them back into Selma. Bloody Sunday was televised around the world. Dr. King called for civil rights supporters to come to Selma for a second march. When members of Congress pressured him to restrain the march until a court-ordered rule on whether the protesters deserve federal protection, Dr. King found himself torn between their requests for patience and demands of the movement's activists. On March 21st, the final successful march began with federal protection. On August 6, 1965, the Federal Voting Rights Act was passed and signed into law by President Lyndon Baines Johnson, completing the process that Dr. King had hoped for. Well, there you have it. Most people know that Dr. King marched in Selma, Alabama, but now you know there was a march that preceded Dr. King's march. The first march was mostly young people who were unprotected and savagely beaten by state troopers and local police. The first march is called Bloody Sunday, and that march paved the way for the later march where you see Dr. King and Coretta Scott King and other civil rights leaders. Bloody Sunday is one of many heroic incidents where over a series of many years that contributed to the Voting Rights Act of 1965. It is the reason, in my opinion, where African Americans are obligated to exercise their right to vote. Many lives were lost in order for us to vote, and it is the least we can do to honor those who believed our lives and rights to vote were much more important than their own, and they fearlessly put themselves in harm's way to guarantee us that right. So I'd like to thank you once again for visiting my channel and my Black History Month challenge. As I've said before, Black history is American history. Bloody Sunday is something that has always resonated with me. I remember as a child watching the videos of that particular march, and John Lewis, who went on to become one of our greatest heroes and a member of the United States House of Representatives from the state of Georgia, was the young man who was in the forefront of the first March on Bloody Sunday, and he was beaten within an inch of his life. And that's why whenever you hear us or people speaking of Congressman John Lewis, there's always so much respect. And I know he has fallen ill recently, so I also would like to do a little segment, maybe not in this series, but in my Black Women's Guide to Politics, because he is someone that we need to honor while he's still here. So once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. You have no idea how much. If this is your first time, or if it's not your first time, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again. Love you guys, and peace and blessings.